Vic, thank you so much. I appreciate it. How are you doing this morning? As for me, I ended up going to bed at like 8 last night, so I woke up at 4 this morning, did yoga, did everything else I needed to do. The plan was originally to get my hair cut and then maybe try to squeeze a couple of hours out of the day, but considering I'm up so early and I slept so well, I might as well try to start early. Is my philosophy because I've got nothing going on. I was thinking I was going to get up at like maybe an hour or so before my haircut, and there was no time to really fit in anything. But this way I get to try a little bit. The thing is, I would have started a lot earlier, but I needed to derust. The first thing to go... Oh, you're doing a 1 through 5 attempt. Well, good luck. It looks like CMS was also doing that also. Took their PB from an 8 to a 6, which is crazy. I don't know how often they're going to be able to do a run. It's just like, I know for a fact that there's, number one, I still have like 2 and 3 to do. But I also know I'm not going to have that level of consistency, and I'm not going to have the time to put forth for a full run anyway. I would never be able to do it for that reason alone. Interesting. It didn't even give me the option to skip. Now, why would it not give me the option to skip? Because I had it several days in a row where it did. Now, it's not a big deal now, but we'll just have to not fail. I loaded the right save, right? Have to double check. Because I know for two streams in a row, it allowed me to skip. So a little bit. So I watched the video once, and then every other time it had been watching the video, but then I learned if you close the video in the middle of it playing out, and then reload, it'll always give you the option to skip, and for 2 streams it did. All of a sudden now it's not letting me do that. So I think it's a little weird. It's not a big deal. The first thing to go... I de-rust before I try to do these streams a little bit. It seems like the first thing that always goes is the flowery pre-final. Like, I try to train my fingers to know exactly how much pressure I need to press to reach a certain distance. And it seems like when I sleep and wake up the following morning, it always is the first area I suck at. So I always try to do a couple of pre-final like rallies before I try to do any kind of run, because I know it's going to be rough. I don't have the reaction time necessary to just like naturally move. I need to know exactly how much I'm pressing. Oh, you know what? You know what? I accidentally, now that you say that, my last run, I accidentally hit the right button to watch the video. And so that's probably why. I I made a mistake and pressed right instead of left. So that would explain it. I did not know that, but it makes a lot of sense now that I hear that out loud, because I did make that misinput. Which I'm hoping is the only misinput I will make this weekend. But good luck with 1 through 5. I have no idea of the routing that would be necessary, like where you would use and where you wouldn't use tension items. It seems like tension items might be tight.
Here I come, San Francisco!
Because you're definitely not going to have access to the Chapter 2 one. Other than the bit. But then again, you don't have to worry about like all recruits and things like that either. Okay. I mean, you can. I mean, it's you basically just have to parry well, I would think. Which I'm so paranoid now about orange and green and flowery just because I've taken more hits there than I think I've taken collectively in practice since I started playing the game. That it's just kind of driving me a little bit insane. I'm overthinking a move I never used to think at all to do. Shouldn't have tried that, but it worked. Generous scissor hitboxes. At least now I know I can do that. Yeah, for me, I seem to be able to get by. I still feel like I need the training wheels in the flowery fight. I still like the peace and security of having the tension bit and having the tension gems because I feel like I don't want to risk the timing for a parry when I get to orange and green. It's just a little too scary for me. Especially now, knowing I've had like 2 fails on the exact same move. But Enzo had a point. It's technically a distance PB since we actually got to the Juck hitting this time. Yeah, yesterday we did exactly 3 runs. We had a run make it to... We lost to... What was it we lost to? I think it was to... It was the... Was it the Orange Omega that we lost to yesterday and then we passed at the attempt 3? We lost to Seth Aqua Glasses 1, which I've never... ever lost to. Even in practice. Just because I forgot that the, before you jump on roll say, you need to make sure that no knives are going to split down the middle of the glasses, and I did not remember to do that. And it was really, really embarrassing, and everybody got to see it. So we won't be doing that again. In my mind, I was thinking, okay, the knives are just gonna, like, spin around and then, like, singularly fall, but there's always the set of knives that will still go down the center first before doing that, and I had a really bad split I forgot was gonna happen. And then we had the fire fail, which was I've never seen fire like that. I basically trained my brain to not move down, because if you look at my footage, I was trying to move down because I'm like, I don't want to be here, but then there was this weird updraft of fire coming from underneath, so I'm like, okay, I'm staying up here. Then I needed to move down, but I already told my brain you can't move down, and so I ended up just getting hit. It was like weird. It was like this really strange pattern of fire I've never seen in my life. If I had moved down the second time, I would have dodged it. I just didn't, like, I already told my brain know so quickly that I didn't even think to readjust. And I'm like, well, if I start moving now, I'm statistically more likely to get hit than if I stand still. We'll still stick with the right side first, and then we'll, if we're lucky, we'll make it to the left. So I basically have like roughly 3 hours because I have my haircut at 10. I want to make sure I get there comfortably. Thank you, Bear Kidney, for the blessed RNG. It worked. I actually went one extra cycle forward, which was risky because I'm not used to doing that, and so I had to think about where to adjust. But I was kind of slow with moving with one of them, which is why I needed to go the extra movement. At least I felt I did. Hope you're doing well. I was so tired during Shining in the Darkness. Just unbelievably tired, so my stream was like non-existent. Ended up sleeping for almost like 9 hours. Okay, so much for that. We will just move on through it.
Go. Go, go.
I guess an
Go.
aspect that I haven't really seen discussed much, and I haven't really thought about much, is I guess, I mean, that bouquet that was supposed to have died like very, very early on, The fact that
Ra-
Flowery
ra-
introduces themselves as Asgore's college roommate, I guess means that Asgore would have proposed/married Toriel shortly after the college time period. I mean, I guess it makes sense with like Asriel's age and going off to college and everything else, but it just kind of puts everything in perspective timeline-wise. Alright, so Leafling and Sephok will one with the bullets. Okay, Leafling time. Never mind. almost always for a split second forget that spawn is going to be there. I keep thinking about the knives here and nothing else. And there is something else. I don't know why I did that. Okay. Okay. Let's hope we get through attack 1 fine. We're just gonna hope for some benevolent pinwheel spawns and nothing too crazy. Thank you so much. Okay. 65. We did not get the gas door number. Thank you for the GGs. We get to make it back to the castle. Why? Why that one in particular? Why is that one always like that? Just not confident enough to jump over double. I know I can do it, and I can do it comfortably. I just... I don't want to risk it. Yeah, it really is. At least to me.
Jump.
We'll take our first break once we complete the right side, and or if we fail. Oh shoot, I forgot that was the one that woke up. Hold on, it's just easier to just reset the room. I'm not confident in my ability to hit the crits, so we do not want to do that. I haven't been hit by the second attack from Terracotta, but that doesn't mean I won't be hit by the second attack from Terracotta. I'm glad I decided to move away from one of the sets of knives when it went into like the 4, when it was just about to sync with each other, because I actually thought the fake one was going to be where the real one was. So if I had gone for it, I would have been hit. Somehow I lost track of which one was which. I didn't have to volunteer that, I just decided I would anyway. Okay, gotta watch those short hops. Gosh, every one of them is hitting the glasses, it's insane. Very good. I wanted to freeze it in place in the event that I could skip the 3 phase more easily. But I wasn't sure if I had frozen it when it was too low to where I wouldn't be able to do anything. Thank you, Gon. I appreciate it. This is the first run so far. We're about to go to orange and green. Thank you. I practiced flowery this morning, especially the orange and green attack 2. Just because I've lost 2 runs there, it's making me paranoid. Historically, I've never needed to practice that section, but like I'm not going to ignore what empirical data shows. Okay, I always fear the start of Omega more than I do when it gets fast, so we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I got stuck in a bad spot there. I'm like, between the glove and trying to move up, I couldn't really do much. Maybe if I'd gone up and more to the left. Yeah, we'll take a quick break, we'll start another run. I said it was either I'll take my break whenever we finish the right side or we took a hit. Yeah, that's the toughest part. Is getting cornered like that is when you're surrounded by fists and the AI just knows. It knows exactly where to send the line every single time. And I'm like, that's why that one earlier on in the move when I was kind of in the right corner, I'm like, I don't want to be in this corner. I want to try to go lower. Just because I'm like, there's that chance the line will come right there. The only hope I had was to be slightly to the left of the line, but like that's where the fist is going to be, is to the left of the line. And so there was just no way to really get out of that other than to have just not ended up in that spot to begin with. I need to be aware, like, where not only when I'm dodging, but like making sure that when I dodge, I end up in a spot that's not going to be surrounded by fists, if possible. I wonder if I should just purposefully, since we accidentally had done the yeah, what we'll do is since we'd accidentally done the anime cutscene during one of the runs and accidentally pressed right instead of left, it's now showing the movie every time. So we'll just let it reskip again. Oh, it tapped out. That was weird. Let's not have it do that during a run, please. Yeah, so I practiced the fire, blue and yellow, and then the pre-final this morning before starting. Just to try to make sure I'm ready if we actually get a run that goes that far.
Jump.
I am happy that I'm not having Aqua 1 or Seth Aqua 1 be as much of a choke point as it used to be. Because I remember, like, during the early parts of doing this run, it took, like, an hour to have one run out of fields once. Just because, like, between, like, at that time, not knowing about how to skip net ski, and just some bad movement in the overworld, and just problems with Aqua 1, I just wasn't able to get any runs off the ground. I'm happy I'm no longer in that rut. I said fields, didn't I? I meant garden.
Here I come, San Francisco!
But I think I de-rusted pre-final enough. At the start of the day, it's always bad, because I have to train my fingers to know exactly how much pressure means how much movement. Just because my reaction time isn't always the best, so I have to kind of cheat by knowing how much pressure to use instead. And in the morning, it's like completely off because I forget. So I just have to do it enough until I'm like, okay, pressing this much equals this much movement, which is weird, which is not the way you should be doing that move at all, but... I need everything I can, every little bit I can do to help myself there. Oh, no problem, Vic. See you when you get back. Hopefully standing here isn't going to cause any problems because I know Susie moves here. Okay, oh, she just shoves me out of the way. Very good.
Beth. They're eating my flesh.
Yeah, so any attempts I want to try to do, I want to do before the World Cup. Whether it's now and also after my haircut or whatever the case may be. Which is, I believe, 2 p.m. my time.
Get it, Chef.
The part that always gets me with the aqua pinwheel is like towards the end, the knives start like decelerating. So I will sometimes go through an area thinking the weave is I'm finished with the weave. Also, I'm going this way too early. I need to go more to the right first. That I think it's safe to go back there because the knife has passed, but it decelerates, so it hasn't passed. So that's one of those things I have to be mindful. If the knife's been out there, how long has it been out there? Okay, so wheel will be free of garden. The nerf helps so much. Like, I mean, I know it's only a couple of pinwheels, but it's a couple of pinwheels at the worst possible part of the fight, which is when they get really, really fast. It's not even so much a nerf as it is like the fight working the way it's supposed to. I think I must be pressing left before C. Slightly. Because I keep wondering, why isn't Ralsei coming out? My timing with bringing out Ralsei seems to be off a lot today. Yeah, that's what got me last time. That's what got me last time. I jumped up on Ralsei, forgot that it was gonna split. Literally what happened last stream. Thought, like, as soon as it descends, it's only gonna do the single ones, and that's how I got completely bodied. I was just trying to do everything way too fast. I definitely need to practice that more. It doesn't quite feel natural yet. Do I really want to go left? I don't know. Okay, Seth Aqua won. Need some benevolent pinwheel spawns. Wow, I did not even get off the ground at all with that. I didn't even dodge any. I didn't dodge anything. I didn't dodge the knife. I didn't dodge the pinwheel. I mean, well, I didn't think too hard about it. That's for sure. I don't really have an excuse for that one. Like nothing about that was right. I went in the direction of the two knives, and I went in the direction of the pinwheel spawn. So I didn't avoid anything by trying to do whatever I did there. Any one of those moves individually or collectively would have gotten me. I think I can definitively say that is the worst Seth Tanaka one I've ever done. Only because the other ones at least managed to dodge one of the two things and get hit by the other. I've never made a movement technique that allowed me to get hit by both. I basically have another 2 hours to go. Just to make sure I can comfortably get ready for my haircut.
Here I come, San Francisco!
It looks like right now the biggest choke point seems to be Orange Omega. And then the second biggest one seems to be Flowery. I'm not as bad with blue and yellow attack 4, even in practice now, so I'm less scared of it. So it doesn't make sense to do left side strats anymore, because the blue and yellow fight is more consistent. It made more sense when, like, my Orange Omega success rate was like 85%. It is not anymore. Welcome back, Vic. Took an unfortunate. Really, I don't really have even an excuse for it. It was Aqua Seth 1, which I know ordinarily people would be like, say no more. I get it. But it was literally the worst. It was just me. Normally I would dodge the 2 knives and like get screwed up by the pinwheel, but I moved into the direction of the 2 knives and into the direction of the knives of the pinwheel, so it was a complete and total disaster. There was not a single part of that move I executed right. So like everything went wrong. Yeah, so it was really, really embarrassing. Yeah, so it's kind of devastating, but I have a little bit more time. It had been a bit since we actually had a run fail there, though. But yeah, that was interesting. You can definitely take a look at the VOD to see what I did, but I will just tell you, like, I went into the direction of the knives and the direction of the pinwheel rotation. So like, it was literally attack. It was pinwheel pop 1 that got me. I wasn't even like late into the move. It was the very, very, very start. I feel like as long as I can keep taking some runs to castle top, I'll eventually get it. I'd prefer to not choke on the flowery fight in sections that I shouldn't be choking to, but that fire yesterday was insane. There was an updraft at the very, very start. Everyone saw me trying to move down, and I couldn't move down, and so I stayed up. Then I was allowed to move down, but I already told my brain I couldn't move down. And by then it was too late. I felt like maybe statistically I have a better shot of just staying completely still. Like, duck and cover, stop, drop, and roll. I'll be safe, and no. Okay, was it the hilts? It must have been the hilts. It had to have been the hilt of one of the knives, because I don't know what got me there, other than that. I felt I passed through the knife okay. Yeah, it's just, not every morning is gonna be the same, I guess. Definitely hate to see it. I just want to get out of guard and and get back to the castle. Oh, I forgot to change the category from Deltarune to Deltarune. It's still shining the Holy Arc. Good grief. Let me fix that. I was clicking on my stream to see if I could rewind the knife footage. I'm thinking I got hit by the hilt. And then that's what I noticed. I forgot to change categories. Trying to scroll down a bit. Yeah, the VOD seems to be giving me... Okay, there we go. So let's see what I did. Oh, it wasn't even the hilt. I just let the side of the knife hit me completely. I think I misjudged which direction I was rotating or something. It's so tricky. I feel like I go through this, I weave through the center of it, and I'm like, I'm not even close. And that always gets me. It's like, you know, what ended up getting me, and then I'm like, oh, the knife just comfortably stabbed into my midsection. Anyway, let me get... I wasn't even looking when I went into this room. Let me get back. Let me get chat oriented. There we go. So I can get everything back to where it was. I don't like looking at chat on this computer. It's just too distracting. Like, especially if you're going through, like, Flowery and everything else. So I have to have it on another monitor.
Here I come, San Francisco!
Although if I do get hit by Orange Omega again, I'll have to switch to Kucher just for a bit to just test it out. That was not great. Try that again. Also, what dialogue did Rolse have over here? That was strange. Does he normally say things? Anything over there? If he has it, maybe I just haven't noticed it. Gonna turn on my electric kettle while we're waiting here.
They're eating my flesh.
Okay, going back to Aqua 1. Thank you again, Vic. I'm trying not to think too hard about some of the chokes I've had today. Or yesterday. Thank you. I wanted to do a more of a dash, but I've seen the direction reversed to where it shoves you more up, so I was thinking it probably wasn't going to be smart to go any deeper into it than I did. That was what made that directional. That's what made that one the most tricky for a while. I excel at the one where it falls from the top, but the one where it makes you go to the side, I always for a while there got basically shoved to a corner because it kept reversing direction up there. hitboxes of those things drive me crazy. Anyway, the electric kettle has finished boiling the water, so we'll go ahead and pour it. Oh, that one hits, but all the other ones I do don't. I was half expecting that one to fail miserably, but apparently that's close. go again. I'm not going to lie. I forgot about the knife fan attack. I thought it was gonna go straight to duck. Because in my head, that's like the only attack in my brain that I register of that entire fight. GG. I'm like, oh, this isn't a duck. I don't know how I forgot about attack 2, but I did. It's not fully free, but
Get it, Shin.
oh, it's just the reminder about my haircut. Yeah, I don't normally get texts on a Sunday morning at like 7:59 in the morning, so I'm like, who on earth is trying to reach me? Just a friendly reminder, my haircut's in 2 hours. Just a reminder that I do have a time limit. Now, next weekend might be difficult to do attempts, assuming we aren't able to get it this weekend. just because I know we have my sister's, no, my niece's birthday that we have to go celebrate. And Sunday there's also something else. So we'll see. But it looks like I may only be limited to possibly a Wednesday, Friday stream. I like the dramatic bounce that the last fist did on nothing. Actually, I wonder if at that point it'd be just better to go into that one top left room since we already moved all the foxes. I may have to consider that next time if I feel like I'm gonna get cornered. No, let's not do that. enough of a bounce. Wait. Oh no, did I hit that center? Oh shoot. I did not want to do that. I'm not ready for that. I'm not where I'm standing. Oh my god, that was the worst luck. Oh my god, there's one on the right splitting too. Do I just want to make a mad dash for the right? I don't think I can stand here. I don't think I'm not gonna make it. Okay, I made it. What kind of an interaction was that? I didn't even think that was gonna be a thing. I didn't even think that was a possibility, but I guess that's a thing that could happen. I guess the gloves do hit the other gloves. What a I mean, hitting no. The problem was I was gonna do what I did last time, which was stall a smaller glove and then hit that, and then the fourth smaller glove that spawns, I'll just be ready on it. But I hit the glasses dead center with the second one, which was I was not planning on doing at all, and that just wrecked everything. Thank you. We use this for crit practice. Which we need. Come on, hit the crits. All right. Let's go. That was really well spaced. Like all of the gloves were in really good spots. There really wasn't any possibility of getting stuck. There's always that like 1 in like astronomically low, like 1 in like 70 chance that you'll get like a wall of 4 gloves at the start you can't dodge. But it is exceedingly rare. And I mean like not even like you can weave if it's like pixel perfect, like you cannot go. It's extremely rare. So I always freak out about that possibility. I seem to be pretty good about weaving like a bad set of 3 or 4 gloves at the start though. As per custom, we will go to the cafe, we'll chill with Kaka, and we'll take our first break. So, well, our first break this run. Okay, we'll chill here for a second. Let me go ahead and make sure all of you are well hydrated. We'll return shortly and we'll take care of the left side of the castle, hopefully. Bear Kidney, thank you for hydrating and for the Bless RNG. Apologies for the delay. Let me get my electric kettle water back in my teacup. Alright. Let's see if we can get back to Castle Top. I may have to mess with some of the verification settings as far as people that were typing. I don't seem to have a major problem with trolls coming into my stream ever. But I've been Discord messaged by several people that said like, yo, good luck, but your settings don't let me chat. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll have to fix that after the stream for sure. Not Discord, I said Discord settings, I mean Twitch settings. Nailed it. Should have just kept the momentum. Not smart. Now let's actually get the key this time. Because we had one where we were like, our work's done. Let's go back. And then we forgot to get the key. And it was pretty silly. Blue string. We'll get the yellow scrap. Then the perp book. Yeah, just not getting greedy on the way back up. Okay. Thank you. That was... I wasn't thinking. Let's go. Back to castle top. That fight terrifies me so much. Well, I have to equip. I have to make sure I equip everybody back with what they had. Princess Ribbon, Jebel's Tailor Power Band. Yeah, you can put it on media share. Either way, I feel like I'm having so many flowery fails that people are just gonna stop doing it again. But you can let people know. I don't mind you letting people know. Because I know some people like Gon will have announced it after like the boss gauntlet right before Flowery. For me, I don't mind. I'm just happy to get the castle top. Third stream in a row we've made it to castle top, even though like the start of the stream was looking really really bad. Oh no. Yeah, you can let people know. Yes. And it'll just be a little bit before we get to Flowery though, is all. Okay. Forgot that I did it. Of course, my heart rate is still high. I have roughly a 1 in 3 success rate with Flowery. So like as long as I keep throwing enough rolls to getting here, statistically, it should eventually happen. Although, my goodness, my behavior during these flowery fights, though, not the best.
Get a chance.
A little early to jump there. Good morning, Shockstorm. How are you doing? Just trying to get some runs in before my haircut. In about an hour and 25 minutes. In other words, either we get it this run or we're gonna have to defer it. The run, not the haircut. The haircut has been deferred for 2 months. We need to get it. Thank you, Hugo. I appreciate it. I feel like I'm going to need it because I have been choking. Like, the last run, I don't think I choked. That was just terrible, terrible, terrible fire. The run before that one, I surely choked. So I just have to make sure I just play it well. I'm just gonna take this with trading moves because I don't trust myself to not screw up. I feel like I've routed enough of these in to where I can probably do it naturally. I just don't want to risk it. Yeah. And the thing is, despite how I've been doing with Flowery, I only view the last two moves as really being the big roadblocks, although for runs, it's been the third to last move for some reason. Yeah, no, I just have to deal with it. As long as I throw enough runs into Castle Top, it's going to happen eventually. It's just a matter of just being patient. Oh, that spawned from the right. Holy cow. Terrified. Yeah, did not time that very well, but we're back to Flowery again. Okay. Thank you for hydrating, everybody.
Yep.
Will I get a chance, as Flowery has so eloquently put it?
Yep. 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 Yep.
The fact that one of them slid by me is one of the reasons I don't like doing taps there, even though it's safer. Oh, I forgot the tension bit again. Okay.
Vision low.
I went too early with that. I need to calm down. Okay. One moment, sorry, I'm not trying to stall, I'm too nervous for my own good, and I know that this has been a move I failed at 2 times. It's less scary than you think. You have no idea how many times I've done that, and I know the wall. I promise you it's not as bad as it looks. Thank you. You have no idea how fast my heart is beating, though.
And one more for the fans. With your powers combined. Omega Flowery! Blast Sharona! 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 Sharona!
Oh my god. GG's. Holy cow. I was terrified. You have no idea. I had to take so many breaks. I think that makes me 6th, right? Oh man. I appreciate everybody that's been doing the runs, lending me support, like paving the way so that other people could follow. Like I think chapter 5 is a wonderful chapter. I think Chapter 2 is the overall more well-rounded chapter, and it's still why it's my favorite, but 5's gameplay is just so much fun. It basically brought me out of retirement. I was in this, like, dormant state where all I did was trying to do individual fights. I decided that doing grinds publicly was the healthiest way to do this. Like, you don't want to get stuck inside your own head with nobody else there. You wanna go through some of the fails with other people present, because they've all gone through what you've gone through. Bear kidney, yes, the flubberts. Yeah, it's just great. I mean, it's scary to think about. Like, I'm 38. By the time this game is by the time this game's done, I'm probably gonna be 40. There's so I think a lot of you just don't even know how incredible you are. Like Enzo having like the epilepsy slash migraines and doing as much as he's been able to do. Sean having the arthritis and pain. Me having my own vision issues and the TIA I had in 2022. Gon having his hand injury and doing challenges one-handed. I can't even do two-handed. Like, all of you guys are incredible, and you guys are just so amazing. Could not have asked for, like, a better group of challenge runners. Yeah, no, I definitely plan on lasting the entire journey. I don't know if I'll do any full chapter runs anymore. I don't know. We'll see. But I think, like, given my schedule, it's just gonna be hard to do much more. But this is the healthiest grind I think I've had in a long time, and streaming my attempts is just the smartest way to do this. And as an added bonus, I did not take my sneakers off. Which is the only correct way to do the run. Let me go ahead and allow that. Again, Automod is extremely sensitive. Oh man, I've got to think of a thumbnail for this now. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about, you know, trying to squeeze in any runs. Like, before I was like, well, next weekend I don't have time to do any runs. Now I don't need time. I don't think I'm gonna go back and try, like, all bosses, all recruits. I just... I'm happy enough having just gotten this. And, like, giving people pointers or help for, like, attacks that really are hard, like the shout outs to Aqua Attack 3, Aqua and Seth Attack 1. Shout outs to Orange Omega, Orange, Seth, and Aqua patterns. Flowery, Pre-Final, and Blue and Yellow. And I get Blue and Yellow Attack 4 to some extent. Like, those were, like, the most devastating of them all. I like the fact that very few fights in this chapter are free. Like, what I would argue are completely free. I think one of the, you know, the early parts of Garden, my brain is off, you know. It's like Shiri, I don't really have to think too hard, I don't have to do a whole lot of things. Like, but your brain is on and stays on once you do Aqua. And it's just nice that you don't have any fights that that are just, like, completely mind-numbingly boring. They're all engaging in their own way. Which is part of the reason why I'm like, I really wanted to run this chapter, even though I had been, like, retired from doing full runs for a good while. Man. I'm like, all I needed to do was get past orange and green. And I did. Barely, though. I went too early. Orange and green 1. Before orange and green 2, which is part of the reason I'm like, I need to just calm down. Now it's been so long I have to remember where to go to actually leave. My question is, how did Chris manage to get the soul in the balloon? Well, this was definitely exciting stuff. You know, you don't want to start your morning with that much adrenaline, but it's kind of inevitable when you're doing Chapter 5. I can't imagine anyone completely calm doing it, like especially towards the end. There's just so much stuff. But yeah, I went to bed at like 8 p.m. yesterday and woke up at like 4. So I'm like, well, I guess we're doing this early. And I'm glad I did. I appreciate the company, everybody. I mean, this was a lot of fun, and largely due to the fact that I had a lot of people come in, give me pointers and advice. Like Gon telling me I could skip Netski by dashing into the chest, which I didn't even know casually was a thing. I knew that if you ran into the chest. If you opened the chest, you fought Netski. I didn't know that skip. Some of the movement techniques, some of the fast slashing techniques, which I didn't master. But did need to use, which is good. Okay, well, that was fun. Yeah, we have beasted this chapter. 6 people have no-hit it since it came out. I mean, it's by no means easy, but it's just so fun. It's just so fun to run. To be continued in Chapter 6. Well, we'll see where we're at whenever that eventually does release. As normal, I will stream a blind playthrough of that completely on stream. But that's gonna do it for this morning. Yeah, that's absolutely nuts. I don't know how much of the delay with 3 was just like the insane intimidation factor that 3 had towards the end. Like, it's like to start with Weather Duo and end with the 3 boss gauntlet is just wild. I'd have to double check. That I don't recall. It's been so long since I've even had to think about that. Yeah, Chapter 3 no-hit is no, people who have no-hit that have like my highest respect. It's for me, the knight is just it's too inconsistent for me to ever really do the knight. I struggle with the Omega. Like weaving through the final burst. I've tried it, and it's hard to really practice that thoroughly. I'm sure maybe you can practice the Omega in Kucher, but I think back then I wasn't practicing with Kucher, so I'm like, okay, I have no idea how to reliably do anything. And so it's so I'm just like, I don't think I'll run 3. I think I'll just do the individual fights, and that was the plan. You know, I think I don't know about easy. I mean, it can get a little bit monotonous, especially after board 2. It can get Zol there, But like the Pippins in board 2, Shutta with some of its patterns, attack 3, I don't think it's completely, free and open there. I think there's ways you can mitigate RNG a little bit if you get lucky by grabbing the green dice. But I still think it's a bit rough at places there. But once you get past board 2, I agree with you. It gets a little bit dull. Hot take, but chapter 3 is the most fun chapter for a no-hit. I think it's the only chapter that doesn't put you to sleep at the start. I think it is the only chapter that, well, let me take that back. 4 has the sword tunnel, doesn't it? Yeah, so let me revise my statement. It has the first fight that doesn't put you to sleep at the very, very start. Yeah, I quickly corrected myself because I had forgotten that. I'm like, wait a minute, no, that's completely wrong. 4 has chase, but yeah, it puts you awake in terms of like battles, like the very, very start. I'd like to try, maybe at some point I'll just play 3 casually to see how I feel. I don't want to necessarily force time to do more runs if I don't think I have it. Like, I barely had time to do runs with this. I had to kind of shove them into really awkward time slots to be able to do it. But in any event, yeah, this was a lot of fun. I appreciate all the help and company I had along the way to do this. And I hope all of you have a good rest of your weekend. Those who are watching the World Cup, hope you enjoy that. I can now watch it comfortably with no lingering regrets about needing to do more practice. I can put the game down for a little bit, which makes me feel a little bit relieved, because these off days I had to Kucher mod like the regular fights on days I wasn't doing runs, and so I'm like, now I can give my hands a break. But thanks everybody, and have a good rest of your day.